So my clients and I have season win bets against both of these teams. I got the Seattle Seahawks under their season win total. I got the Washington Commanders under their season win total. They match up on Sunday night, and I'll tell you flat out, I'm going to win one of those bets and lose one of those bets. Seattle's going over their win total. I've lost that. And maybe I get a miracle and the Seahawks fall apart and Sam Darnold gets hurt and something happens and I cash that. But right now, that bet doesn't look good. The Washington bet looks a little bit better. The Commanders are 3-5, off to a losing start. They've got to win 10 games in order to beat me. I'm not convinced they can do it. That being said, these two teams face off in D.C. on Sunday night. Right now, looking at the Odds Logic live odds screen, I'm seeing Seattle -3 total. Let's call it 48.5 against the Commanders. And we've seen this line go from 3.5 down to 3 with the recent news that Jaden Daniels has been upgraded to probable with his hamstring injury. That being said, even with Washington's quarterback in play, and of course they should have Debo available this week as well, Debo Samuel, they're not going to have Terry McLaurin. And we've seen it pretty clearly throughout the course of the season. Terry McLaurin is the straw that stirs the drink for Washington's lineup. He really is, for the passing game anyway. And when McLaurin's in there, the running game's worked a lot better too. That's an impact injury for this better. And even with Daniels back in the lineup as a Commanders team, they've lost 3 straight games. Yes, it's circle the wagons time. Yes, their season's on the line, but they're not very good. Seattle's the better of these two teams. And I was wrong about Sam Darnold. I thought last year was a mirage. I thought it was a flash in the pan. Really, what I've been wrong about was Seattle's offensive line. Seattle in the trenches this year has made, night and day from what we saw a year ago. The running game's been there, and Sam Darnold's had time to throw the football. And this is a Washington team. They have the oldest team in the league. The single oldest roster in the NFL. And we talk about old rosters. What do they do when things go well? Hey, they're buying. They're all in when they got a chance to go somewhere. But the old rosters, when they've been paid and the team isn't that good, I worry about I'm not going to say the effort for Washington, but I worry about the mentality of this team right now with a coach in Dan Quinn who, has failed in has had some success, but Dan Quinn's not this inspiring leader that you're like, yeah, let's rally for Dan Quinn. He's just not that guy, and they've lost now 3 straight games. The Commanders. So it's circle the wagons time. I get it. They're at home. They're on national TV. Are they the better of these two teams? Are they good enough to get the victory? Well, I'll talk about that in just a minute and tell you how I would bet this game. First, I want to ask you guys one simple favor. If you like this type of analysis, hit that like button. That's literally all I ask. Thank you. Hit done. Makes all the difference to the YouTube algorithms. If you'd like, leave a comment below. Tell us what you think about this matchup or any of the other games on Sunday. And of course, if you haven't done so, subscribe to the Wager Talk YouTube channel. We've got nearly 250,000 subscribers to the channel. Why? Because we're putting out good content every single day across sports, whether it's NBA, NHL, World Series, college football, NFL, college hoops is on the way, and each and every day we've got free play videos, we've got how-to videos, we've got good content on a daily basis. Subscribe. You get instant alerts every time these videos go live. Again, Wager Talk TV on YouTube. Thank you for the likes, comments, and subscribes. And of course, you check out my homepage, www.buzz.com/TC. I got my ass kicked last weekend. Flat out. College stunk. NFL was just as bad, maybe worse. So what did we do this week? We won all week. We won every day. And that's my goal. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm not going to be perfect all the time, but when you get your ass kicked, you better bounce back. We're able to do that all week. Check out my homepage, www.buzz.com/TC, and get on board for a rock-solid weekend package. All right. So here's a Commanders team. They got embarrassed on TV against Kansas City last week. They got embarrassed by Dallas a week before that. And before that, they found a way to lose a game in Chicago that they probably should have won. That's their last time at home. They returned home here. Their previous home games, they beat Las Vegas. They beat the Giants. But Chicago, Vegas, the Giants, the 3 home games this year, Seattle's better than all those teams. All right. And the key again, is Seattle in the trenches, pushing people around on the line of scrimmage on both sides of the football. And that's been what many thought would be an area of strength for Washington, really hasn't been. The fact that they're missing their best playmaker, the straw that stirs the drink on the offense, and McLaurin, hasn't helped matters either. And let's be honest, this defense underachieved. It's not a dynamite defense. And they're old, so they're not necessarily going to buy in when it comes to, well, if things go south, free agent-laden team, fingers start getting pointed. I don't want the Commanders, plain and simple. I really don't. It is going to be Seattle. And again, when the West Coast team travels east, the disadvantage, the early start game, not the late game. This is the late game. Give me the Seahawks. I think they're the better of these two teams. I think they show it on the field. And it's something of a square play. I get it. Well, guess what? Favorites and the square plays have come through throughout the month of October. Will it continue into November? Maybe not. But Seattle's the only way I can look at on Sunday night. It's Seahawks or pass for this better. Thanks for watching. Appreciate those comments, those likes, those follows very, very much. Check out my homepage, wt.buzz/TC, or just visit the website, wagertalk.com. Cheers. Have a great weekend.